you've ever applied for a visa before, or you are in the process of applying for a visa, be it for studying abroad, tourism, or relocation, you will notice that one of the key requirements for a successful visa application is your bank statement. But do you know you can have large sum of money in your bank account and still have your visa denied? Yes, your bank statement can make or break your visa application. In today's video, I will be showing you how to build a strong and credible bank statement that will impress your visa officer and boost your chances of success in your visa application. We will be talking about what makes a strong bank statement, things to avoid, and some bonus tips. So if this is something you are interested in, do well to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive into it. Now, what makes a strong bank statement? So for every bank statement you're going to be submitting, that bank statement needs to meet this criteria: consistency and positive cash flow. That is the first thing I will explain. So for your visa application, we've made it clear that you need a bank statement to support the visa application. So you need about 3 to 6 months bank statements. Okay, so what we are talking about, the consistency here, is that the visa officers want to see some sort of history in your bank statement. That 3 to 6 months bank statement you are submitting, they need to see some sort of consistency. With consistency, what we are actually talking about here is that you did submitted an employment certificate and you did say you are working somewhere, you're working with a particular employer. So we are expecting that in your bank statement, we should see some sort of money coming from your employer each month. Okay, so that 3 months or 6 months in bank statement that you're going to print out should state clearly, we should see it there, that your salary is coming through your account. Okay, that is one. And the next thing is that we should see that money is not just dumped into your account. Okay, we should see that you are using the money for something. All right, no one expects you to just have the money in your bank account and be worshiping it. So the visa officers, they do know about this, so they are not expecting you to just take the lump sum and leave it in your bank account. They want to see how you are using that money, of course. Okay, even though they want to see that you will be able to cater for yourself when you land into their country, they still want to see that it's not like because of the visa that you raise that money. You get my point? Yeah. So what you can do to help with consistency is that for the salary, it's automatic. So if you work in that one, the money will still be hitting your account. But other options are, like, say, if you want to transfer money to someone, tag the money. So be intentional about the money. For instance, let's say a friend is celebrating the birthday and you want to give to your friend with, say, £50. So if you're transferring that £50 to your friend, tag the money. So just write maybe Abna's birthday gift. Okay. And if you're transferring the money as a loan to someone, so tag that money, say loan to Abna. Do you get it? So they know as soon as that form is printed out, it states clearly that on this date, so amount has been transferred to this person and this is the reason. Or so amount was transferred from this person to you as a loan. Do you get it? So in that way, your bank statement is telling a story. It's not just like you just dump the money in there. Do you get it? So that is how best I can explain this. Let me know if it is not clear. I will try to make another video to explain this into details. The next thing is that make sure your bank statement is clean and official. So get your bank statement directly from your bank, printed out on an official letterhead from the bank. Okay, trust me, most of the embassies do not accept a bank statement printed digitally. Some may consider it, but it's not often. So just to be on the safer side, make sure you are printing out a bank statement straight from your bank. So they're going to stamp it, they're going to do whatever and date it for you, making your work easier. The next thing we're going to be talking about is that explain large sums of money or large sum of deposit. So if you've got someone send you a huge sum of money, if you get a large sum of money hitting your account, you need to explain that to the visa officers. What you don't know is that they have people, they have that time, they have people that will really study that bank statement you are submitting for the visa application. In case you don't know, that is their job. So if, let's say, at a particular month you had a large sum of money hit your account, which is not necessarily your salary, but of course some reasons you happen to have that money in your account, what you will need to do at this point is that when you are submitting your documents for your visa applications, you need to add a cover letter explaining that lump sum that is in your account, that deposit, that large sum that you've put in the account. You need to explain yourself to them. Probably you can just tell them, oh, this was some sort of money that you gave to someone some time ago and the person has returned your money. Or you did a business for someone and this is what the person is paying you back because of your service. So if they see that in the statement, they shouldn't be worried, because this is your money and it's genuine. You get it. If it has to be your salary, probably you had a salary increment or something, add your pay slips to it to be on the safer side. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is that make sure you match your story. So whatever you tell them in part A should match part B. Okay, everything should correspond. So let's say if you say you work in company so and so, their salary that is hitting your account should be coming straight from that company, so that it makes sense. So you're telling them a story. Okay, another thing is that one thing about this salary thing is that it's going to help you when it gets to the proof of home ties. Okay, home ties to your country. So it will tell them that, oh, okay, so if we look at this part of the whole thing, she's taking salary from this company, which means she's working for this company. It's a sign of proof of tie. So it means if you go to their country for your visit or whatever, you're definitely going to come back to your country. Do you see how the link is? Okay, and again, for all tourist visas, you need to show a travel budget. So they really want to know that when you get to their country, you're not going to be a burden to them, so you'll be able to support yourself. Okay, so they will give you the minimum amount you are expected to spend in a day in their country, so you need to do the multiplication. Okay, so some of the embassies, if you're lucky, they'll quote some sort of amount there just to guide you, but it doesn't mean that is what they want in their accounts. So it's individual based. If you happen to have more than what they are requesting in there, that's totally fine. But if you get just what they're asking for, it's also fine. But the thing is, do well not to go below what they're asking. So if, let's say, you do your research and it tells you that in Italy, in a day they are expecting you to spend like £50 for your daily activities or whatever, £50. So you need to multiply that £50 by the number of days you are visiting. Do you get it? So if you multiply £50 by the number of days you are visiting, that amount should be in your account. That amount should be in your account when you are submitting it. Or if you can get a bit more than what they are asking, that should be perfect. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the things you need to avoid in your bank statement. Number one, you need to avoid fake statements. This is a huge red flag. Trust me, you don't want to go and grab someone else's bank statement and present it as your bank statement. Yes, of course, people will tell you, oh, no one is going to verify it, or the embassy, they do not verify their bank statements. Okay, they do not verify it. How sure are you they do not verify it? Well, as to whether they will verify the bank statements or not, that is up to the visa officers. Okay, so the thing is, should they find anything suspicious on your statement, then they're going to reach out to your bank to confirm. And again, do not think that these embassies, they do not communicate with banks. They do have contact with banks. So as people are applying for the visas, they will sort out some numbers. They might decide to take some of their statements just to reach out to the banks to confirm if these are true. Okay, so what happens if your statement happens to be part of those that they are trying to verify? Do you get it? But then, whatever be the case, as to whether it will be verified or not, just do the right thing. Just do the right thing and be safe. That is it. It's simple as that. Okay, number two is, do not submit a newly opened bank account with no history. Do not do that. Okay, so let's say you recently opened a bank account, so because you're applying for the visa, you are going to use that particular bank account or bank statement for the visa application. Don't try that. You will not be successful. You know why? You don't have enough history there. You don't have enough history on that account that is going to tell them that from this month to this month, this amount has been taken or going out of your account, and this is entering your account. It will not work. So do not do this mistake. Number three is about the deposit, lump sum of money. So if you've deposited any huge sum of money in the account, do well to explain it. Do not just deposit that money into the account without attaching an explanatory letter to your application. If you know this is what you're going to do, probably you don't have the means, so you're going to be contacting your friends or someone to give you that money to do the application. If you have that huge sum of money in your account, please make sure you are explaining that sum of money in your application. Add a cover letter to it. Okay, the next thing is mismatch names. So do well to go through your documents. Okay, make sure the name, the official name on your bank statement correspond with the name on your passport. So do not think that they will not look at it. They will look at it. So next is submitting joint accounts without clarity. In case you need to submit a joint account as partners, make sure there is that clarity, that bank statement is clear. So if you say your partner's name is so and so, it should correspond with your name, so they know what that statement stands for. And again, if you are submitting a friend's or a relative's bank statement in support of your visa application, make sure you are submitting an explanatory document. Now to the bonus tips. So bonus tip number 1, make sure you are adding a cover letter explaining your finances. Okay. 2, include a letter from your employer or sponsor if someone is sponsoring you, so make sure you're adding that person's bank statement and a cover letter as well. And again, make sure your visa documents, you have your employment certificate. So this is one thing that is going to make your process so easy peasy. Show additional assets or investments if you have them, and make sure you double check that your statement aligns with your visa application. For more travel tips, make sure you watch this next video, and do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that as soon as any video is uploaded, you'll be notified ASAP. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll see you again in another one. Peace out.